difficulty. I have for you a patient that I will call IJ. She's 58 years old. She's been in my practice for 5 years. She has hypertension and she has seasonal affective disorder. She's on several medications, but one of the medications she's on is Lexapro. Lexapro is an antidepressant. It's one of the newer antidepressants. She's been on several antidepressants over the years. But this time, when we started her on Lexapro, she actually began to feel like a human being. Those are her words to me. Well, IJ is now 58. She has worked for a small business person who did not provide health care for her, but her husband had health care. And he was employed, and as long as he was employed, she was on his plan. Well, her husband retired, and he's now receiving Medicare. Medicare does not cover the spouse. And so now IJ does not have insurance. And so she went to the open market to try to find out how much it would cost for her to have the health insurance. She is a very dignified lady, an intelligent person. And when she looked on the open market, the best she could find at 58 years old, hypertensive and seasonal affective disorder, was $675 a month. She can't afford health care, but she's always had health care before her husband retired. And so now she's reduced to coming to my office once a month, to get samples of her blood pressure medications and samples of her medicine for her depression. This is a dignified, I was seeing her initially about every 3 or 4 months, and then twice a year as things stabilized. She now has to come to my office, take time from her work, and come to pick up samples. There is no dignity in that. As a private practice physician, I provide health care for my employees. I told you not enough people will cover. IJ represents one of those. But it also costs too much to provide health care in this country. My son works as my administrative assistant in my office, so I asked him to just run some numbers for me, knowing that I was coming here this evening. What does it cost for me as a primary care physician, the lowest on the totem pole of reimbursement in this country, to provide health care for my employees? In the months of January through April of 2007, my medical insurance costs for my employees, and at that time, I still have about the same number of employees, but about 7 of us were on the insurance because others were on their spouse's insurance. That helps me out a whole lot. But anyway, in 2007, I paid $9,561.85 from January to April for health care for my employees. In 2008, January through April of 2008, I paid $11,427.93 for health coverage for my employees. This year, January through April 2009, I have paid, because this April is past, I have paid $19,567.29. It costs too much to provide health care in this country. So with that, I will close. So hopefully that you will see that these numbers have been subtracted to their least denominator, is people who are suffering because of health care costs in this country and lack of access. Thank you very much.